Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Adventures on the Gorge, the adventure resort where wild meets wonderful on the rim of the New River Gorge in West Virginia. Find whitewater rafting, rock climbing, ziplining, and lodging at adventuresonthegorge.com. From NPR Music and West Virginia Public Broadcasting, you're listening to a special Listener's Choice edition of Mountain Stage. Support is provided by Bailey & Glasser and the West Virginia Tourism Office.
There's a spring in the mountain and it flows down to the town.
From NPR and heard around the world on the Voice of America, with major funding provided by Chesapeake Energy and Spillman, Thomas & Battle, welcome to the Mountain Stage with your host, Larry Gross.
There's a song in my heart, just a simple little tune. But the rhythm and the melody won't leave me alone. Around the world it's just a simple song. This world is turning around, a simple song. Thank you so much, and welcome once again to Mountain Stage Live Performance Radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. We are in Charleston today, but we have moved from our usual site to the Clay Center because we have a really big show. We wanted to make sure everybody who wanted to come could come today. Ms. Ani DiFranco is here. She's going to be out during the next hour. Also, a great musician and singer, too, from down in New Orleans, Trombone Shorty in Orleans Avenue. They're going to get the party started during the next hour, too. A great friend of ours is making his 5th appearance on the show. Chuck Prophet is back. Great singer and songwriter, rock and roll player. Also, an incredible guitar player. I know he's got a lot of fans around here and all over the U.S., in great part because of his films on YouTube. Andy McKee is also here. But to start us out, we're going to welcome back a woman who has been with us before, and we're so happy that she happened to be on tour with Ani because it gave us a chance to put her back on the mountain stage. She's got a brand new record out there right now on A Righteous Babe Records, Ani DiFranco's label. It's called Hundreds of Lions, and it's one of these wonderful phenomena that happen nowadays where her fans paid for the record. She went online and did concerts called Cabin Fever parties, and if you subscribed, you got to see them, and then she took that money and made the record. It's a really great record, and believe me, it's a well-produced record. A lot of strings, horns, everything. Sounds beautiful, so I'm sure you'll hear some tunes from it right now. Would you please welcome back to the mountain stage, Erin McKeown.
Thank you so much. Oh, what a pleasure it is to be back. Yeah, that's right. It's my 3rd time back here on the mountain stage, and I always love playing here because it's us, and then later it's going to be lots of more people. So I'm going to play you all songs, from my new record, Hundreds of Lions. This one has the title, Let's Put the Fun Back in the Funeral. Our shoes, we put the fun back in the funeral, and the days on top of days, I hear the dirt fall on the coffin roof. I can't breathe, I can't breathe. I can't breathe. On a night, after night, I fall asleep by cigarette light. Another boy It's the only clean air I enjoy. I can't breathe. I can't breathe on this bus. I can't breathe. I need you guys to whisper. On my face, transfixed in dreams, I am trying to scream. Oh, now don't you pray for me. Please remove my feeding tube. I can't breathe. Oh, I can't breathe on this bed. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, I can't breathe. Oh, I can't breathe on this bed. Oh, I can't breathe. Well, the mountain stage comes with this beautiful piano, so I think we should play it. The title song of Hundreds of Lions is the story of a relationship that somebody was in. And about the end of that relationship. And when it was over, somebody was trying to find a way to talk about it. You know, people would say, what happened? And I mean, somebody would say, I don't know. You know, I don't quite have the language yet. But it occurred to me eventually that if I talked about this relationship in terms of it being a circus, then everything made sense. So like all good circuses, it had a high wire act, had a death-defying leap, had a little light S&M, and costumes. Hundreds of lions roaring at their cage. She and I go dancing by in sequence unscathed. You must believe us if we act like we're in love. We're professional acrobats and we like it dangerous. But in the moment before I hit that pool, I wonder, am I doing the fooling or am I the fool? There's a risk, there's a twist in anything worth doing. And if you're caught doing what's proper, you better stop before you ruin it. She and I were circus lovers, cannonball, somersault split. We were made to smile in sawdust and mean every word of it. Nothing turned us on more than to turn every eye. La da 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 da. da-da-da. But in the moment before the curtain dropped, I wondered, why am I always the bottom, never the top? Give you a moment to consider this. A fair question, West Virginia, fair question. There's always a risk, there's a twist in anything worth doing. And if you're caught doing what's proper, you better stop before you ruin it. So I regret, oh, I fret, I could never tell you the truth. But the act was more practical if I just kept on doing it. Hundreds of lions were sleeping silent in their cage. Bright canvas folds, striped satin fades. Wild animals have to roam free and far. Despite the occasional tie-up, she was never one for bars. But in our tattooed bodies, we'll keep a part of the freak show our mothers warned us about. There's always a risk, there's a twist in anything worth doing. And if you're caught doing what's proper, you better stop before you ruin it. So I regret, oh, I fret, I could never tell you the truth. But we live with what we're given, oh, and I will always believe in love. Well, I grew up next door in Virginia, and I grew up thinking that I was going to be a scientist. I had no idea that you could grow up to be an artist. I knew engineers, I knew teachers, but I didn't know anyone who was making a living being a musician. So I thought music would always just be a hobby for me. So I went to college with the idea of being a scientist. I really liked birds. I wanted to be an ornithologist. I was at college for a very short amount of time before I realized something very, very important. Science is hard. You know, college is that time in your life where your days are your own for the first time, right? You're kind of stepping out and figuring out how you want to live for the first time. Your wobbly kid legs are turning into adult legs. And when my time became my own, what I found more than anything else was that I really wanted to play music. I was still loving science, but I'd ride my bike to open mic, drive my car to another town and play, make a cassette and put out a mailing list. So I made the decision to turn my life into the life of an artist. And that's not something I could go to school for. So the way I learned to be an artist was by watching other artists. So I would go see my heroes play anytime I could, anywhere. And I would sit right in the front if I could, and I would steal everything. I don't mean things off the stage. I mean the way they did things. How did they talk to an audience? How did they make a set list? I'd buy their records and I'd look, well, do they put the lyrics inside or not? Is this their first record, the second record, the third record? What's the difference? What's the first song? What's the last song? All these people I loved, I watched so closely, thinking, oh, I want to be just like them. So over the years, I gathered information from these people, and I made a pile of things I'd learned from those who came before me. But then I came to a place where I realized I had gathered enough. I had copied enough, I had taken enough, I had stolen enough. And all those things I learned and what I added myself, I had something unique that was mine and didn't sound like anybody else. It takes a certain amount of confidence, I think, to step away from looking at other people and just look at yourself and stand on your own. And this song is about the confidence of that moment. No longer will I beneath your shelter. All that you have given to me was never on my behalf. All this, all and more I cede to you, and swear to you in fealty as I sail for warmer climes. I am a king. You can't deny me my kingdom. So what's this camaraderie of country? It turns before me salty, rust on fragile parts. All this, all you have inspired, the crew and ship of empire, Reagan mast and spars, box of stripes and stars. I am a king. You can't deny me my kingdom. Promise me you'll always be alive. Oh, I might stutter, I might falter, sail uncharted waters, drowning, lost, then found, drowning, lost, then found. I am a king. You can't deny me my kingdom. And you sailor on the lonely sea, will you turn and promise me you'll always be alive? Thank you so very much. Todd Sickaboose on the Wurlitzer. Thank you so much, Mountain Stage.
Erin McKeown. The new record is Hundreds of Lions. You heard tunes from that brand new CD, On Righteous Babe. And yes, it was fan-funded, which is really a great tribute. She has a lot of people out there that want to hear her music. Erin McKeown.
You're listening to a special Listener's Choice edition of Mountain Stage. Support for this podcast is provided by the West Virginia Tourism Office. There are places you visit and places you behold. You'll find natural wonders and endless experiences in the Mountain State, West Virginia, a place that's almost heaven. More information at wvtourism.com. Support for NPR is provided by the George Lucas Educational Foundation, creator of Edutopia, an online resource dedicated to improving the learning experiences for America's students with information and strategies about what works in K-12 education. Learn more at edutopia.org. And by the Candida Fund, supporting individual dignity and sustainable communities through investments in transformative leaders and ideas. Learn more at KENDEDAfund.org.
Still to come on this edition of Mountain Stage, Ani DiFranco is here with her whole group. Trombone Shorty and Orleans Avenue will be out during our next hour also. And Andy McKee will be out a little bit later during this hour. But right now, we got a man who has been with us a few times before. It's always good to see him again, one of the finer rock songwriters out there now. He's from out in California, lives in San Francisco. But after he had written the group of songs that he turned into his latest record, he decided he didn't want to record it in San Francisco, wanted something a little more intense. So he ended up going to Mexico City and bringing some folks from California down there. He put together a great record called Let Freedom Ring. It's called Political Songs for Non-Political People. Please welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Chuck Prophet.
It's great to be back, and they really cleaned the place up. I appreciate that. It's great to be back at Mountain Stage. Here's a song called Hot Talk. Todd Roper's going to count it off for us. Girl stopped me on the street. She says, "Excuse me, sir, I think we've met before." I said, "I've never met you in my life." She said, "Yes, well, how can you be sure?" She said, "The night it has 1,000 eyes." I said, "I've heard that too, but what does it mean?" She said, "The night has 1,000 eyes. Think about it. Get back to me." Hot talk. Hot talk. Yeah, she said, "Sometimes I get so bored, I just want to crawl out of my skin." She She said, what kind of name is Prophet anyway? I said, I don't know what kind of name it is. Oh, I said, your laughter's like a drug to me. I only wish it won at my expense. She said, it ain't costing you a dime. I said, I know it's not. That's not what I meant. No. Hot talk. There's a billion stars we've yet to even name. I said, yeah, well look over there, man. That's an Indian casino built on a sacred burial grave. Oh, I said, testing, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Is this thing even on? We're gonna see how Wall Street takes the news when Wall Street finds New York City's gone. Thank you very much. Let me introduce you to my partner in crime over there. Can you see her from there? Stephanie Finch. The brains behind Paul. How's everybody doing? Everything all right? Any questions? One, two, three. We're going to play a song now that's off a new record I put out this year called Let Freedom Ring. And like Larry was saying earlier, this is an album that was recorded entirely in Mexico City. which you just have to file under one of many ideas I've had that just seemed like a good idea at the time. I did want to go somewhere energized, and for anybody that's been to Mexico City, you know that as soon as you step on the sidewalk, you can really feel it vibrating under your feet, and I thought it would be a great place to go and record these songs. A couple things I could have never predicted was that in Mexico City, it's an everyday occurrence that the power goes out like 5 or 6 times a day, and even though we'd found this studio that was totally state-of-the-art, I was completely blown away when we found this place. I mean, it was state-of-the-art, and when I mean state-of-the-art, it was state-of-the-art, you know, at one time. I'm thinking somewhere around the time of the Eisenhower administration, but I'm not totally sure. And within 3 days of arriving in Mexico City, as fate would have it, we started hearing about a thing called the swine flu. Does anybody remember the swine flu? Yeah. And all the CNN inspired hysteria that went along with it. So that was really great. I mean, that's really the place you want to be when the Black Plague comes, believe me. You want to drag all your friends down there with you, too. So we're professionals. We put our blue masks on every day, and we went into the studio and tried to capture magic. And like I said, the power routinely goes out, and this is something I took a while for me to get used to. I just inevitably we would be in the middle of a pretty immortal take, I think, something that we could have never reproduced. And then boom, the power would go out, you know. Finally, I started getting kind of uptight, you know. I'm the uptight white guy in this situation. I went and I tried to talk to the studio owner, and I said, I don't know if you know what's going on in there, but, we're trying to make a record, and the power keeps going out. And he looks at me, and he says, I know. He said, but it's back on now. I didn't have a comeback for that. I still don't. I'm searching for it. Anyway, this is one of the last songs that we recorded for the record. I want to send this out to anybody who's feeling the financial crunch right about now. I know that we got some college students, and I'm hoping that you're not going to have to move back in with your parents. And I'm hoping for you parents out there, your kids aren't going to move back in with you once you get them out of there. And this is what we do for a living. We travel around, we play our songs, and we drive around in a Ford Econoline van, and times are tough out there. I got to tell you, there are nights when, believe it or not, we don't even know where our next gram of Coke is coming from. So. All right, I've said enough. This is called Holding On. Marriage on the skids, and the folks ain't doing well, but we're holding on. Yeah, we're holding on. Seem like maybe half the people we know got the same sad story to tell, but we're holding on. Yeah, we're holding on. Oh, but you and me, baby, we don't have to die. No, we can't get it on like it's Saturday night. Holding on. Holding on. I went to see the doctor. He said, you should be dead. I said it was dark, but now I'm back. Yeah. Holding on. Holding on. Well, the doctor looked right through me, shook his little head and said, what do you know about that? Looks like you're holding on. Holding on. Oh, but you and me, baby, we don't have to die. No, we can't get it on like it's Saturday night. Holding on. Yeah, we're holding on. Come on. I got an empty feeling. I got an empty feeling, baby. It's tearing me up inside. My life is a river. It's a river. I'm watching it flow, baby. I think I might just wander on in at one time and get up to my neck just to know I'm alive. I'm alive. Thought I might go by and see Jennifer. I hear she's living back at home. Holding on. Holding on. I figured I might as well fill out an application on my way. But when I got there, the whole store was gone. Oh, baby. The whole store was gone. But we're holding on. Yes, we're holding on. a poor boy can hide. Let there be markets, let them run wild as the sisters of mercy just laugh. All the lost brothers drink themselves blind while good fortune breaks hard work in half. Let them have Mercedes and a house at the beach, sit by the pool and get high, raise a cool bottle to the heavens above while the creatures struggle in the tide, and let freedom ring, let freedom ring. As the rivers rise up over the banks and there's nowhere a poor boy can hide. Let there be light as the hawk cripples the dove.
Chuck Prophet, along with James DiFranco on guitar, Stephanie Finch on the piano, Todd Roper on the drums, Kevin White on the bass. Mr. Chuck Prophet. That last tune was the title song to the new Yep Rock album, Let Freedom Ring. We're going to end this hour with a man who has millions of fans literally all over the world because he is one of the folks who became famous over the internet on YouTube. At one point, he had the number 1, 2, and 3 top-rated videos of all times on YouTube. Over 20 million people have watched him there. And now he goes around and they come and see him live, and we're happy to have him on the Mountain Stage. He started playing electric guitar first, but then switched to acoustic guitar when he was in his teens. And he was inspired by some other folks he may tell you about, but he's developed his own style. His latest album is on Razor and Tie. It's called Joyland. Please welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage, Mr. Andy McKee.
Thank you. Thank you very, very much. It's great to be here tonight. I'd like to start with this tune. This is a few years old, this one. You may have seen this one on YouTube as well. This is a tune called Ryan Lynn. Thank you very much. Thank you very, very much. Glad you like that. I like to use some weird tunings on the guitar here, so let me switch this around. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was my arrangement of The Gambler by Kenny Rogers. So that was a song called Drifting. And kind of an old song of mine. I wrote it back in like 1999, but really took off on the internet just a few years ago. And maybe why many of you know who I am. Here's another kind of old tune. This one's called Nocturne.
Andy McKee right there. And his magical guitar. Joyland is the name of the new record on Razor and Tie. Mr. Andy McKee. I would explain to you listening there on the radio how he did that, but I can't. You got to go and see him. Go on YouTube or go see him live.
Mountain Stage is supported in part by this station and by West Virginia Public Broadcasting. Hotel accommodations for Mountain Stage guests are provided by the Charleston Marriott Town Center, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston's retail district. You're listening to Mountain Stage from NPR.
Welcome to the second hour of this Mountain Stage at the Clay Center in Charleston, West Virginia. Thank you so much for tuning in. If you're just joining us, a special thanks, and we're glad you did, and we think you will too. A little later during this hour, we're going to hear from Ani DiFranco and her whole band. But we're going to open this hour with a way you should open every hour of every show that you hear, with a man from down in New Orleans who's known as Trombone Shorty. His real name's Troy Andrews, and he comes from one of the historic districts down there where a lot of great musicians have come from. And he was leader of his own band at the age of 6. That's how he got the name, because people saw the trombone and they saw him, and they said it's Trombone Shorty. Well, he's grown into the position now. His latest album is going to be released about the time you're listening to this on the radio on Verve Forecast Universal. You may have seen him Super Bowl parade, the celebration in New Orleans, or at the Super Bowl itself. If you saw the television going up to the Super Bowl, you can see him at Jazz and Heritage Festival. Pretty soon you're going to see him everywhere, I got a feeling. Please welcome for the first time to the Mountain Stage. The new album is called Back at Town, Trombone Shorty on Orleans Avenue.
We want to say thank you for having us here tonight. Hey, y'all don't mind if we get funky a little bit, do you? Orleans and Claiborne, yeah, yeah. Oh, Orleans and Claiborne. Hey, here we go. We're going to take y'all deep down in New Orleans with a song written by my grandfather a long time ago, Jesse Hill, Oop Oop A Doo. We're going to put our little spin on it. Put a little hot sauce, you know. Somebody say, yo. Yo. Woo, yeah, yeah, yeah. Just like we rehearsed. Woo, yeah, yeah, yeah. I want to tell you about Oop Oop A Doo. Oop Oop A Doo. I say they call me the most. They call me the most. I say the Oop Oop A Doo. I say they call me the most, yeah, yeah. Hey, I say the oh, 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 oh. Say Oop Oop A Doo. I say the Oop Oop A Doo. I say they call me the most. I say the Oop Oop A Doo. I say Y'all all right out there? Pete Moran on the guitar. And I found my baby, that girl. She was stretched out on a long white table. So sweet, so cold, so fair. Let her go, God bless her. If the devil don't catch her, wherever she may be, she can search the whole wide world all over. But she'll never find a hot trumpet player like me. Hottie, 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 ho. Hottie, 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 ho. Heedy, heedy, heedy. So sweet, so cool, so fair. When I die, dress me in a box-back coat with a Stetson hat. I would have $50 gold piece on my watch chain. With a PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3, and an iPhone for the ride. I'll say now, hottie, 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 yo. Hottie, 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 yo. Hottie, 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 yo. So sweet, so cold, so fair. So sweet, so cool, so fair.
Thank you.
Trombone Shorty in Orleans Avenue from down in New Orleans. The new CD is Back of Town on Verve Forecast Universal. Oh yeah, Trombone Shorty. Troy Andrews is the man's name. And he brought an all-star cast of characters from down there. That new record is out just about the time you're listening to this on the radio. And if he could learn some showmanship, he'll go somewhere. Trombone Shorty. Played the trombone and the trumpet there at the end, and he also did all the vocals. Yeah, we're going to hear a lot more from him. We're going to try to get him back here again.
You can hear Mountain Stage guest performances, including songs not heard on radio, at NPR Music, npr.org/mountainstage. You're listening to a special Listener's Choice edition of Mountain Stage. Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Adventures on the Gorge, the adventure resort where wild meets wonderful on the rim of the New River Gorge. Find whitewater rafting, rock climbing, ziplining, and lodging at adventuresonthegorge.com. If you have questions or suggestions for us, our email address is larry@mountainstage.org. You can also connect with us on Facebook, Twitter, and peek behind the scenes on our Instagram. All those links are at our website, mountainstage.org.
We're going to end this show with a very special guest. I first heard her music in 1992, and I was taken with it immediately, and we had her on the show in 1993. She's been back several times, and now millions of people all around the world understand how talented she is. A great singer, great songwriter, originally from up near Buffalo, around Buffalo, New York, and still has a big presence up there, but she's moved to New Orleans now and lives down there. Her latest record is called Red Letter Year on her own label, Righteous Babe Records. She brought her whole band with her. Welcome back to the Mountain Stage, Ani DiFranco.
Hi there. All right. You are subtle as a window pane, standing in my view, but I will wait for it to rain so that I can see you. You call me up at night when there's no light passing through, and you think that I don't understand, but I do. We don't say everything that we could, so that we can say later, oh, you misunderstood. And I hold my cards up close to my chest. I say what I have to, and I hold back the rest. 'Cause someone you don't know is someone you don't know. Get a firm grip before you let it go. For every hand extended, another lies in wait. Yeah, keep your eye on that one. Anticipate. it seems like everyone's an actor. They're an actor's best friend. I wonder what was wrong to begin with that they should all have to pretend. And we lose sight of everything. We have to keep checking our backs. I think we should all just smile, complain, and relax. But someone you don't know is someone you don't know. Get a firm grip before you let go. For every hand extended, another lies in wait. Yes, keep your eye on that one. Anticipate. And if there's anything I've learned all these years on my own, it's how to find my own way there, and how to find my own way home. How to find my, how to find my, how to find my own, how to find my, how to find my own way, how to find my own way. 'Cause you are subtle as a window pane, standing in my mirror, but I will wait for it to rain so that I can see you. Call me every night when there's no light passing through. Think that I don't understand, but I do. Someone you don't know is someone you don't know. Get a firm grip before you let go. For every hand extended, another lies in wait. Yes, keep your eye on that one. Anticipate. Well, thank you. Oh, it's nice to be back. Here on Mount Stage, I was just watching the whole show with you from over there somewhere, and having one of those moments watching people make that secret alchemy of music. Just going, how do they do that? If I didn't make music for a living, I would say it couldn't be done. Anyway, good times. So, I'll try not to screw it up now. When the joy had left your body and you were locked in to your own thoughts, you used to love sit by the water and watch it lapping on the rocks. And every time you put your feet in, you'd cry out and you'd pray. But it's all downhill from here, baby, so naturally I can't stay. First you'll roll your eyes to heaven, say you never had love so divine. But it will go from more than ever to not enough in no time. You will push till you push me away. I hear you cry out for your water, and I know you'll curse it someday. guess for me, there's been a few who've walked up smiling and drawn a line between so far and from now on. Yes, a big glowing line in time. And I've been disappointed, I've been heartbroken. Yes, I do have love from afar. But we are 78% water, even our pumping heart. All right, well, I'd play you a new song. Just an excuse to break out the tablas, really. That's Mike Dillon back there, by the way. And his partner in rhythm is Mr. Andy Borger. And that's Todd Sycophus there. Some about this landscape just don't feel right. Hyper air conditioned and lit up all night. Like we just gotta see how comfortable can get. Like we can't even bring ourselves to sweat. Sweat in the summer, shiver in the winter. Just enough to know that we're alive. Watch out for that TV, it's full of splinters. And remember, you can always go outside. Really, really, really far outside. And some might call it conservation. Some might call it common sense. And maybe it's because I am Libra. But I say balance, 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 balance. I say balance, 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 balance. Who put all this stuff in my apartment? Who put all this ice in my drink? Who put the poison in the atmosphere? Who put the poison in the way I think? Oh, women, won't you be our windows? Women who bleed and bleed and bleed. Women who swell with the tide. Women who change when the wind blows. Show us we are connected to everything. Show us we are not separate from everything. So here's to the trials of living. dying. Here's to being connected to everything. Here's to staying connected to everything. Well, speaking of childbirth, I did that once myself one evening, and this is a little song that a little baby gave me right away. One of my, she's only 3, and there's been a lot of lessons. I know you parents know. Send this one out to moms. Lately I've been glaring into mirrors, picking myself apart. You'd think at my age I'd have thought of something better to do than make insecurity into a full-time job, making security into an art. And I fear my life will be over, and I will have never lived it unfettered, always glaring in the mirror, mad I don't look better. But now here's this tiny baby, and they say she looks just like me, and she is smiling at me with that present infant glee. Yes, and I would defend to the ends of the earth her perfect right to be So I'm beginning to see some problems with the ongoing work of my mind, and I've got myself a new mantra. It says, don't forget to have a good time. Don't let the sellers of stuff power enough to rob you of your grace. Love is all over the place. There's nothing wrong with your face. Love is all over the place. There's nothing wrong with your face. Good thing I brought my spittoon. I love you, crew. Let's give it up for the crew tonight. All the incoming, all the local, all the people working hard all day. It's a lot of people to make us look good. Okay. So this song is a really old song that I messed with. I got an invitation to Pete Seeger's 90th birthday party. That was a good time. And whole cavalcade of, it was a folk fiesta, people. There at Madison Square Garden. It was, I don't know if you were aware they're available for birthday parties. So, but so we all got our folk assignments before the show, you know, to play songs that Pete had written or just, you know, put out there into the world. And so I got asked to do this old labor song from the 1930s. Yeah, I messed with the verses, but the chorus is the same. And if you feel like singing, I love to have backup. So go for it. They stole a few elections, still we the people won. We voted out corruption, big corporations. We voted for an end to war and a new direction. And we ain't gonna stop now until the job is done. Come on, all good workers, this here is our time. Now there's folks in Washington that care what's on our minds. Come on, voters, let's all vote next time. Show 'em which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? It was 30 years of digging, got us in this hole. The curse of Reaganomics has finally taken its toll. Lord knows the free market is anything but free. It costs dearly to the planet and the likes of you and me. I don't need those money lenders sucking on my little socialism. Don't scare me one bit. We can do a whole lot worse than Europe or Canada. Come on, Mr. President. Come on, Congress, make the law. Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? They say in Orleans Parish there are no neutrals there. There's just too much misery, yeah, there's too much despair. America, who are we now? Innocence is gone. Forgive us, Mother Africa, all history's done you wrong. Too many stories written out in black and white. Come on, people of privilege, it's time to join the fight. Are we living in the shadow of slavery, or are we moving on? Tell me, which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? My mother was a feminist. She taught me to see the road to ruin is paved with patriarchy. So let the way of women guide democracy, and for plunder and pollution and Mother Earth be free. Feminism ain't about women, that's not who it is for. It's about a shift in consciousness that will bring an end to war. So listen up, you fathers, listen up, you sons, and tell me, which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Yeah. Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? tell me which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Which side are you on now? Which side are you on? Oh, thanks, singers. That was fun. All right. Well, we're going to play you one more, but I'd like to invite the wonderful Ms. Erin McEwen and Mr. Troy Andrews back up here to help us out with it. Oh boy. Hey, we got fun. Thank you so much for listening. Like any conversation, that's half of it. All right then. I searched your profile for a translation. I studied the conversation like a map, 'cause I know there is strength in the differences between us, and I know there is comfort where we overlap. Come here, stand in front of the light, stand still, so I can see your silhouette. I hope that you have got all night, 'cause I am not done looking at you yet. Go ahead, Troy. Go ahead. And each one of us wants a piece of the action. You can hear it in what we say, you can see it in what we do. We negotiate with chaos for some sense of satisfaction. If you won't give it to me, baby, at least give me a better view. And come here, stand in front of the light, stand still, so I can see your silhouette. I hope that you have got all night, 'cause I am not done looking at you yet. Aaron, what do you And I built each one of my songs out of glass so you could see me inside them. I suppose you could just leave the image of me in the background, I guess, and watch your own reflection superimposed. And I built each one of my days out of hope, and I give that hope your name. And I don't know you that well, but it don't take much to tell. Either you don't have the ball cause you don't feel the same. And I just want you to come here, stand in front of the light, stand still, so I can see your silhouette. I hope that you have got all night, cause I am not done looking at you. Hey, Mike D, hey, Mike D. I searched your profile for translation. I studied a conversation like a map, cause I know there is strength in the differences between us, and I know there is comfort, oh, sweet comfort, where we overlap, lap, 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 lap. Overlap, lap, 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 lap. Overlap, lap, 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 lap. Overlap, lap, 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 lap. Troy Andrews, Aaron McKinley, Mike Dillon, Todd Sixpence, Andy Boyer, thank you so much.
Ani DiFranco right there, the new record, or the latest record, I should say, is Red Letter Year on her own label, Righteous Babe Records, and she brought a fine band and was joined there by Aaron McKeown and also trombone Shorty. Oh yeah, our thanks to Ms. Ani DiFranco for joining us again. Our thanks to trombone Shorty in Orleans Avenue, to Andy McKee, to Chuck Prophet, and to Aaron McKeown for making this one that we'll remember for a long time. Thank you so much, everybody here who's come out to the Clay Center in Charleston, West Virginia, to join us. And, of course, special thanks to you listening there on the radio, because without you, there would be no Mountain Stage. We never forget that. Mountain Stage is produced by Larry Gross and Andy Ridenau. Our associate producers, Linda McSparron. Assistant producer, Adam Harris and Jeff Shirley. Production managers, Paul Flaherty. We're engineered by Francis Fisher, Richie Collins, and Jim Raines, with production assistance from Michael Lipton, Ryan Fletcher, Joey Ansel, Mary Lee, Patrick Stevens, Lance Schrader, and Woogie. Photographic services are provided by Brian Blauser. Promotions coordinated by Michael Lipton, Adam Harris, and Music in Motion Promotions. Lodging is provided by the Marriott Town Center Hotel, centrally located for the business and pleasure traveler in downtown Charleston. Why don't you go out and hear some live music wherever you are, just as soon as you can. You've been listening to Mountain Stage, live performance radio from the Mountain State of West Virginia. You keep a knocking, but you can't come in. You keep a knocking, but you can't come in. You keep a knocking, but you can't come in. Come back tomorrow night and try it again. Ani DiFranco.
You say you love me, but you can't come in. You say you love me, but you can't come in. You say you love me, but you can't come in. Come back tomorrow, baby, try it again.
Michael Lipton. Play it, Chuck Prophet. Brian Kennedy, play it. All right, Chuck, sing one, Chuck Prophet.
You keep a knocking, but you can't come in. You keep a knocking, but you can't come in. nigga. All
Bob
right.
Thompson. Come on, sing with me now.
Well, you keep it knocking, but you can't come in. You keep it knocking, but you can't come in.
Support for Mountain Stage is provided by Bailey and Glasser and by the West Virginia Tourism Office. This is NPR.